I sat down on the leather couch that was in front of my television set. It was a slightly older television set which still required an antenna, and I constantly had to adjust the antennas to get a better signal. When I turned on the TV, I was greeted by static as always. I adjusted the antennas, but the static persisted. I tried reverting the antennas back on their original position, but there was still static on the screen. I went to turn it off, but the static suddenly stopped, and Channel 7 News was now broadcasted on the TV. The usual reporter, Chuck Laney, was yammering on about some impending storm. I lived in Kansas, so hearing about another storm in the area wasn't very surprising. I got up to get my storm safety kit when I heard Chuck say something upsetting. Please lock everything and stay indoors. Under no circumstances open the door for anyone. This weirded me out, because the usual instructions were to lock up and get to a safe place. The last part about not letting anyone in was new to me. The scratching of what I assumed were trees on my window told me that I needed to get out to the basement. I didn't hear what type of storm it was, so I was going to assume the worst and sincerely hunker down. I got my kit and walked down the steps to the basement when I heard something scraping hard against the window behind me. I had no time to look and see what it was, so I put it off as trees swaying in the wind. I locked the door to the basement and sat down in the corner. The scratching was still there, and I could hear it still in my basement. It seemed to come from inside the house, although I knew that it was coming from the outside of the house. The short-wave radio that I brought with me was relaying useful information about what to do. I knew the drill, so I tried to find a different station to tune into. The only other station that was active seemed to be broadcasted by the military. There were reports on the station of a huge creature, with multiple tentacle-like appendages sprouting from its body at the different angles. They said that at any time they tried to get after it. There also seemed to be a numerous amount of people clustering around houses with a forlorn look in their eyes. When asked what they were doing, they would simply vanish into the fog in a similar fashion as a creature. Multiple reporters say that they were clawing and fracturely at the windows at the houses, trying to somehow get in. I turned off the radio, hoping to wait the storm out in my basement. That scratching gets louder every day.